My colleague Bansi joins us with more details on this. Bansi, we just spoke to the Commissioner, Mr. M.N. Reddy. He has stated that there's been absolutely no mistake, that initially on it was always that he was booked under Section 201 and 202, both being bailable offences.
Absolutely. Now, under the law, there is the courts will only go by the law, because if the courts, the charges framed against him are under the law, and the courts will look at the charge, and if the charge warrants that a person be placed under custody, then the person could be placed under custody. But here both are bailable offences, so it would be hard to keep a person under custody while both the charges are bailable. So, that is a constraint here, Akshita. Of course, for the people, we've seen the anger of the people is very high. Would they need to change the charges? Would they need to book him under more serious charges? These are all questions before the law enforcers.
Right, Bansi. Also, of course, with regards to this particular case, was it initially Section 201 and 202 that Rustam Kerawala was booked under, and did, in fact, the judge who he was produced before change it to merely 202?
Well, Akshita, now for the police, let's understand that he is the owner, he is the head of the institution. Now, what is his direct involvement in this case? Now, that would be a critical point when they book a case, because cases cannot be booked on a whim and fancy. So, in the booking of Kerawala, the police have to book him under a section where he is found culpable. So, therefore, these sections apply to him, and they booked him. Perhaps if they book him under a more serious offence, then it would be possible to hold him in custody, but not with these sections.
Right, Bansi. So, if you could break down what is the kind of action that can be taken further. As of now, he is on conditional bail. So, when can that change, or when is his next hearing in front of the court?
Well, Akshita, now a person is enlarged on bail when the court is satisfied on two major grounds. First, that he will not jump bail and escape, and that he will be available for further investigation. Number two, that he will not influence the witnesses or tamper with the evidence. Now, in this instant case, Kerawala has impressed upon the court that he is not going to do either of this. So, therefore, he has been enlarged on bail. Now, the matter will go into the next step, because they cannot expedite this process, Akshita.
Right, Bansi, thank you so much for joining us with all those details. But more clarity coming in now. We understand that initially Rustam Kerawala was booked under 201 and 202. That was changed to merely 202. Yes, it is a more diluted version of 201, considering the kind of punishments that it involves, but both essentially are bailable offences. In a shocking incident, a sub-inspector on duty was assaulted by the Hassan District Congress President and his gang in Sheshadripuram. It is learnt that the High Ground Sub-Inspector Srinivas had approached the Hassan District Congress President Shivaswamy Gowda to penalise him for parking his vehicle in the no parking zone. This is when the Neta got infuriated and abused the cop in foul language. He even threatened to transfer him, following which the cop was attacked. The complaint has been registered in the Sheshadripuram police station and investigations are underway. Well, it is understood that the incident took place in Nehru Circle, where SI Srinivas saw a car parked on the footpath, went on to find out who is the owner. When a man came out, he told him to pay up the fine, but the man argued, saying it wasn't really obstructing the pedestrians in any manner, which led to an altercation of sorts. And that's when the accused man went ahead and brought more people along with him, and they abused and assaulted Srinivas. Srinivas has now filed a case against Shivaswamy Gowda, who was present there along with several others. They've been booked under 353, 504 and 506 of the IPC, which 506, of course, which amounts to obstructing a public servant from discharging his or her duty. Of course, as of now, they're still verifying who owns that particular car, because considering that Shivaswamy Gowda was present there, they haven't confirmed whether it was his car or someone else's. And while mining baron Janardana Reddy has been admitted to hospital yet again, he has been admitted to the Columbia Asia Hospital after suffering from back pain. But one must note that the Supreme Court had rejected his bail plea just 3 days back, and him reporting about an illness comes now. So is the mining baron trying to feign illness is the question that's on everybody's mind. Earlier on February 17th, Janardana Reddy was admitted to Columbia Asia following illness. The special CBI court then had permitted his admission to a hospital following a direction from the Supreme Court, which had rejected his bail application on health grounds. The apex court had observed that the former Karnataka minister may be allowed to be admitted into a private hospital for treatment, and plea for bail was denied. Well, a lot of people questioning whether, in fact, this particular illness is being feigned by Janardana Reddy simply so he spends lesser time in jail and more time in the hospital. Remember, the last time around when his bail plea was rejected was in February, and similarly the Supreme Court had stated that considering it was on health grounds, he need not get bail for the same, but simply be admitted to a private hospital for treatment. And now, considering that 3 days ago once again his bail plea was rejected, it looks like this is becoming a routine of sorts for the former Karnataka minister. Moving on, incessant rains in Maharashtra have not only caused problems to residents there, but also here in Karnataka. Take a look as to how farmers have been affected in the state.
These roads in Chikkodi look less like a road and more like a river. But the flood caused here is not due to rains in the district. It is due to the heavy rains in Maharashtra. The Krishna, Vedaganga and Dudganga rivers, which originate in Maharashtra, flow through Karnataka and enter Belgaum. Heavy rains in Maharashtra have led to a rise in the water level of these rivers, which has led to flash floods in Chikkodi Taluk. The river banks near 3 temples have submerged.
ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಬೀಳ್ತಿದ್ರಿ ನದಿ ಕಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೊಂಟಿದೆ ಆ ಸೈಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಕಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೊಂಟೈತ್ರಿ ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಈ ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೈತರಿಗೆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆಗಿತ್ರಿ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗಾಕ ಬರೋಕ ದನಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಊರಾಗ ತರಬೇಕ್ರಿ ಈ ಎಷ್ಟೋ 8-10 ದಿವಸ ಮಳೆ ಬಿದ್ರೂ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಇಲ್ಲಾಗಿತ್ತು ಆದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಭಾಳ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2-3 ದಿವಸನಾಗ ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಳೆಗೆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆಗಿತ್ತು.
Farmers now fear that the floods might destroy their crops. Hundreds of acres of sugarcane plants have been destroyed. The daily activities of residents are disrupted due to the incessant rainfall. Surface communication has been completely cut off as well. The district administration has provided aid for the flood-hit victims, but residents have complained to the health department for not providing help to the victims. If the water level continues to rise, it won't be too long before the entire district faces a major crisis. Chandrasekhar Chinnakekar, News 9, Chikkodi.
PWSSB blames residents for its inept handling of water supply to the city, but we have unearthed the board's incompetence, which has put the board's officials in an embarrassing situation. Take a look.
This is a common scene on the streets of Bengaluru. Women wait for water for hours with pots in front of BWSSB taps. Often they return home with empty pots. BWSSB blames residents for having unauthorized connections. Little do they know about the seepage in their own pump houses. This pump house in Banaswadi is in a decaying state. Pipes connected to the tank are broken, and look at the amount of water being wasted. The wasted water accumulates under the tank. The constant presence of water has resulted in moss growing in the pump house. Thanks to the wastage, residents of Pillana Garden, OMBR Layout, Richardstown, Coxtown, Cooktown and Nagwara end up not getting their share of water.
ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಲೀಕ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ಅದನ್ನು ರಿಪೇರಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ರಿಪೇರಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಯಾವುದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೀಕೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಅದು ಟ್ಯಾಂಕಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದೇನೋ ರಿಪೇರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀರು ತೊಗೊತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ನೂ ಇವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೊಂದು ಜಾಗ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿದೆ.
BWSSB had constructed this pump house way back in 1962. The pipes have also been replaced since then. The department is believed to have floated the tenders for repairing and replacing the pipes, but works are yet to get underway.
ಕೆಲವು ಒಂದು ಪಾಕೆಟ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ನೀರು ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸರಬರಾಜು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಸರಿಪಡಿಸೋದು, ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸಮ್ಮರ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೇಸಿಗೆ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ನೀರಿನ ಅಭಾವ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮೂರನೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಕಾವೇರಿ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬರುವಂಥ ನೀರಿನ ಪಂಪ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಯನಗರ ಮತ್ತು ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರೋ ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ 3 ದಿವಸ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೊಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ತೊಂದರೆ.
BWSSB, which has the habit of blaming residents for its incompetence, need to wake up and pay attention to issues that are hindering water supply to several areas in the city. Anand Burli, News 9, Bengaluru.